The retirement raid. Kids asked for a small loan from your retirement fund. Before I start, I'd love to know, where are you listening from today? Drop your city or country in the comments. It means more than you know to see how far these stories travel. This is a story about pressure, family, and the moment I finally protected my future. I spent 30 years building the perfect gift for my future self, a modest but solid retirement fund. I skipped vacations, drove old cars, packed lunches. Every sacrifice was a brick in the fortress that was my later. I sat my 2 adult children down at the kitchen table, my heart swelling with pride. I showed them the statement, not the total, but the milestone. Kids, I said, I'm finally secure. My son leaned in, his eyes not on the number, but on the potential. Dad. That's incredible, we said. Actually, perfect timing. Lisa and I, we need a small loan just to get into the housing market. It's impossible out there. My daughter nodded, reaching for my hand. And my business, Dad, a tiny injection. It would change everything. We'd pay it back before you even retire. It's just sitting there. A small loan. My 30 years of discipline. My security. My peace of mind. Repurposed as their stepping stone. This is the retirement rate. And if you think family is your ultimate safety net, you haven't felt them turn it into a hammock for themselves. The betrayal doesn't begin with the ask. It begins in the sacred space of parental pride. You have reached the summit. Not just any goal. The goal that represents deferred gratification, a lifetime of not nows for the sake of a secure later. You want to share this victory, not to boast, but to show them the value of the very discipline you tried to teach. You imagine their respect, their shared relief that you'll be okay. The sharing moment arrives, a quiet dinner, a casual visit. You mention it, your voice thick with a hard-won quiet triumph. They receive it. Their reaction is immediate. Their eyes don't soften with pride for you. They sharpen with opportunity. The fortress you built is not a monument to your endurance in their eyes. It's an unlocked vault. Their congratulations is quickly followed by, but have you considered? A cold trickle of dread replaces your pride, but you brush it away. They're just excited. They're just brainstorming. The ask crystallizes. It's not a question, but a solution. Their solution, presented as a win-win. The logic is airtight, sentimental, and crushing. We'll get our start. You'll help your kids. The money will come back to you with love and maybe even interest. They reframe your life's work as an underperforming asset, best leverage for their benefit. The hook is the repurposing of your sacrifice, the recasting of your security as their opportunity, the feeling that you built a sanctuary and they've already drawn up the blueprints to remodel it for themselves. Then the pressure. It might be the tearful story about the dream house lost to a higher bid, the spreadsheet for the can't fail business plan, the guilt-laden comparison. My friend's parents helped them. And then the ultimate twist, the communal guilt. You have all this money just sitting for later, but we're struggling now. Don't you want to see us happy now? They don't see a retirement fund. They see idle capital. They evaluate your future purely as a liquid asset, a resource to be tapped, a problem to be solved for their present. Worse, they often use your love as the collateral. If you really believed in me, as if your prudence is a lack of faith, your caution is a withheld blessing. The hook isn't the fear of losing money. It's the cancellation of your journey. It's the proof that the sacrifice you made for decades is not just invisible to them, but inconvenient. They see the fruit, but have no respect for the tree. You showed them the foundation of your future, and they asked if they could borrow the bricks to build their own patio. The unraveling is a silent erosion of every past sacrifice and every future dream. First, your own security becomes a source of anxiety. You open your statements with nausea, not pride. Every market dip is a panic, not for your future, but for theirs, because now their loan is tied to your nerve. The peace you worked for is poisoned. Your family dynamics distort. You become the bank of mom and dad. Every conversation becomes a subtle or not so subtle balance inquiry. How are the markets? Really means, is my loan still viable? Sibling rivalries ignite over perceived favoritism in potential loan amounts. You're no longer a parent. You're a loan officer in a family that's becoming a boardroom. The goalposts move. The small loan for a house down payment becomes a request to cover the unexpected property tax. The business injection needs a follow-up bridge to cover payroll. Your retirement fund is no longer a lump sum. It's a line of credit for their evolving lives. They weaponize family. The word becomes a contract you never signed. Family helps family. What's the point of having it if you can't help your own kids? Your desire for self-preservation is framed as selfishness. Your boundary is recast as a betrayal of the family unit. Your own future feels like a fantasy. You stop browsing retirement communities or dreaming of travel. Those brochures feel like lies. You start calculating reduced monthly withdrawals, pushing back your retirement date in your mind. The life you planned shrinks in direct proportion to the life they are planning for themselves with your money. The isolation. If you confide in friends, you might hear, "You're so lucky they even talk to you." Or, "I'd give my kids anything." Your legitimate fear is minimized as greed, while their entitlement is romanticized as family unity. You are alone on an island surrounded by a sea of their need. The most painful part? The corruption of your love. Every gift, every act of help before this moment is retroactively invalidated. That time I paid your tuition, that time I bailed you out of debt, those were just installments. The real bill, your future, is now due. Your love becomes a ledger, and you're suddenly discovering a massive hidden debt. The unraveling ends with a bitter paradox. You achieved financial security only to become financially terrified. The very thing that was supposed to grant you freedom has made you a prisoner to your children's aspirations. You are left with the ghost of your own discipline, haunting you with the question, did I work this hard just to fund a life for them that I won't get to live? The awakening doesn't come when they ask for the loan. That's the proposal. The awakening comes later, in a moment of shocking clarity. For you, it's at a family barbecue. Your son is laughing by the grill, holding an expensive craft beer. He's talking loudly about his new car lease, the premium package. Your daughter is showing off her latest handbag to her cousins, a name brand logo gleaming. You sit there eating the store brand potato salad you bought, wearing your 5-year-old shoes, and you realize you are subsidizing a lifestyle. Their lifestyle, not their survival, their upgrade. The math becomes brutally clear in that moment. The small loan they need is equal to the amount you scrimped for 15 years to save. The monthly payment they'd struggle with is the exact amount you were planning to spend on yourself in retirement. For travel, for hobbies, for finally living. They aren't asking for help to keep the lights on. They are asking you to downgrade your future so they can upgrade their present. In the haze of barbecue smoke and the sound of their privileged laughter, the final veil lifts. This was never about an emergency. This is about the fundamental mismatch in the economy of responsibility. You operate in an economy of delayed gratification, sacrifice, and endurance. They operate in an economy of instant access, leverage, and entitlement. Your retirement fund was a monument to your maturity. In their eyes, it's just dormant equity, foolish not to use. The awakening is the calm, cold understanding that you have been practicing a religion they have no interest in joining. Enough, you think, putting down your paper plate. You are done sacrificing your sunset years to fund their sunrise. Done impoverishing your future to enrich their now. You don't feel anger at your children. You feel a profound strategic pity for their lack of vision. You will no longer set yourself on fire to keep them warm. From now on, you will build a fire in your own hearth, and those who respect its warmth will be welcome to visit. For everyone else, the door will be locked and the bank will be closed. The fight back begins not with a shout, but with a silent internal foreclosure notice. You are reclaiming the deed to your own life. The fight back is a strategic, unemotional restructuring of your financial and familial boundaries. It is about protecting your future by making it legally and emotionally untouchable. Phase 1. The immediate lockdown and assessment. The information freeze. You immediately stop all discussions about your finances. No more statement, show and tell. If asked, your answer is one sentence. I'm working with my advisor on a long-term strategy, and it's not up for discussion. Become a vault. The financial self will audit. You meet with a fee-only fiduciary financial advisor, not the family friend, an objective stranger. You run scenarios. What does loaning this money truly do to your retirement age? Your monthly income, your security. Get the hard graphs. This turns emotional pressure into mathematical reality. Phase 2, the new family financial protocol. For future asks, you institute the 3-part response. 1, the acknowledgement. I hear you're in a tough spot and I love you. 2, the neutral wall. My retirement funds are in structures that make withdrawal loans legally complex and financially punitive for me. This is often true. 401k loans, early withdrawal penalties. 3, the redirect. Let me help you brainstorm other solutions. Shift the conversation to their budget, their sacrifice, their financial planning. Become a coach, not a bank. Create a family help fund, optional and strict. If you choose to help, you create a separate small cash fund outside your retirement accounts. This is the only money available for gifts or loans. Once it's gone, it's gone. This contains the damage and makes the limit visible. Phase 3, the hard asset boundary. Legal fortification. With your advisor, you ensure your assets are titled correctly. You update wills and powers of attorney with clear instructions. You make it legally difficult, if not impossible, for anyone to access your money if you become incapacitated. The gift, not loan rule. If you give money from your help fund, you call it a gift and you document it in writing as a final gift. This is a one-time gift of X to help with Y. I do not expect a repayment, and this does not set a precedent for future support. This kills the installment plan expectation. Phase 4, the controlled boundary test. When the next request comes, and it will, after your 3-part response, you offer non-financial help only. I can help you look for grants, dial state programs for first-time homebuyers. I can review your business plan with you this Saturday. I can babysit while you take on a side hustle. You watch the reaction. If they are grateful for your time and effort, the relationship may be salvageable. If they dismiss your non-monetary help and fixate only on the cash, you have your final clear answer about their priorities. Phase 5, the reclamation of your future. Re-engage with your dreams. Book the scouting trip to that retirement community. Get the travel brochure. Buy the hobby tool you've wanted. Physically reinvest in the vision of your future. Make it real again. Find your tribe. Connect with other people in your life stage who value financial independence. Their support normalizes your boundaries. You are not a monster. You are a responsible adult. Become the example. Live your life visibly well, within your means, but with joy. Show them what a secure, self-funded later life looks like. You are not a warning. You are the blueprint. The fight back is won not when they stop asking, they may not, but when you can hear the ask. Feel no internal panic. Calmly state your boundary and sleep soundly that night. Your financial peace is your victory. It means you have successfully insulated your survival from their desires. You do not emerge less of a parent. You emerge as a steward of your own destiny. Your responsibility is now focused, not infinite. Your transformation is from human ATM to sovereign individual. Your retirement fund is your sovereignty, and you now protect its borders with clarity and conviction. From this, you draft the Sovereign Retirement Accord. Accord Clause 1. The Circle of Financial Intimacy Taxonomy. You officially categorize your relationships. Inner Circle, Financial Confidants. Your spouse, your fiduciary advisor. Only. For them, the books are open. Outer Circle, Financial Civilians. Everyone else, including adult children. For them, your finances are a private country. They get a tourist visa, general well-being, not a passport. Details. The Askers list. A specific private list. For these people, all financial conversations are redirected to non-financial support. Accord Clause 2. The preservation of principal doctrine. Your retirement principle is sacred. It is not for education, weddings, houses, or business ventures. It is for survival and dignity in your non-working years. You defend this principle as you would your own physical safety. Accord Clause 3. The offer of effort, not capital policy. Your default offer of help is your time, your wisdom, your labor, your network. I will help you move. I will research that with you. I will connect you with someone. This separates those who want your resources from those who value your relationship. Accord Clause 4. The gifting on your terms and timeline rule. Any financial gift is given, proactively, unexpectedly, and without strings, when you choose. It is never given in response to a request or a crisis. This maintains your power and prevents the gift from being seen as an entitlement or a satisfied obligation. Accord. Clause 5. Become a teacher of financial autonomy. Shift the family culture. Give books on investing. Pay for a session with a financial planner for them. Encourage savings accounts for grandchildren. Teach the religion of self-reliance. The best inheritance is not cash. It is literacy. Accord. Clause 6. The secure future, present peace. Sanctuary. You establish a monthly ritual, reviewing not just your portfolio balance, but your freedom calculation. How many years of freedom has this money bought you? This reinforces the direct link between the money and your literal life. It is no longer an abstract number. It is your remaining time of agency. Accord Clause 7. The sovereignty of sacrifice. This is the core law. Your past sacrifice grants you future sovereignty, not present obligation. You have already paid your dues to society, to your family, to your job. The reward is your freedom. That reward is non-negotiable currency and cannot be revoked by the needs of others. You are no longer anxious about the retirement raid. You are fortified against it. The raid didn't make you a selfish parent. It made you a responsible elder. You lost the illusion of a forever open wallet. You gained the unshakable foundation of a self-funded future. Go and be a parent who is loving as a guardian and strong as a fortress. Let your financial boundaries be a curriculum for the people in your life. Those who learn the lesson of self-reliance keep close. Those who only see the fortress walls have shown you their map. Believe it and protect your kingdom accordingly. So tell me, what do you think? Was he right to lock down the funds, or does family always come first? I'm genuinely curious to hear your thoughts. If this story touched you, please like this video so others can find it too.